throw that. Does last year's game have anything to do with tomorrow? Let's see.
No, not at all. I mean, it's so long ago. So turn the page, and it's kind of a clean slate for everybody. So, um, there's really not a whole lot of preparation that really goes into tomorrow. It's play the game, and then as we go along in the season, we'll make each adjustments on these guys.
Last year it was Minnesota. This year it's an AL East opponent, one that you'll likely end up fighting. Does that add a little bit more, I don't know, motivation, interest, incentive for tomorrow?
I mean, not necessarily. It's one of 162, so you can't get too high in that game, and we got a long way to go. So pretty much just kind of getting your feet wet again. Big league stadium, big league crowd, and you play that game, and then I kind of the nerves kind of settle down a little bit, and it's just baseball.
If it's the 11th inning, would you expect maybe to get a call?
Yeah, I think I'll be in the game before then. Yeah.
Abbreviated innings for you, obviously. How ready do you feel?
Yeah, I feel ready to go. Maybe I would have liked to get a few more innings in spring, but the oblique didn't allow me to do that, and I'm about as ready as I can get. So, once you get out on the field, and you've done it a lot now, it's a completely different field than spring training. So, I'm ready to go.
As you guys close down a lot of games here at Camden Yards, 25th anniversary, do you have anything stand out for you as a moment at the Yard for you, an impression or moment as we celebrate 25 years?
I just kind of go back to, when Delman got the hit. I saw that was one of the top games on MASN the other day. I was sitting there watching it, and I remember closing that game out, and I remember being in the bullpen when he got that hit, and, Dom was yelling at me to get loose, and I looked back at him and said, I'm ready to go. If he puts me in the game right now, I hadn't thrown one pitch. And I think that was one of the games that really stood out to me, how loud it was. Maybe one of the loudest crowds I've ever heard anywhere, here on the road.
What's the feeling about this team overall going into tomorrow?
I think we feel good, like I said, it's spring training. You're not always playing with the 25 guys that are going to be here. So tomorrow's going to be really our first time everyone's on the field together because of the World Baseball Classic too. Like I said, you just don't read too much into the one game. I mean, you win, you lose, whatever. We're ready to go and kind of toe it up tomorrow, and then play the rest of the 161 that we got left.
There's more, though, in a sense. I think certainly for the city, for fans, that it is a celebration. It's a holiday, the beginning of the baseball season. So does that weigh in? How much does that affect tomorrow?
I mean, it doesn't affect us. We got to play regardless of who shows up or whatnot. We understand the fans love opening day. It's probably the best one I've ever seen. Being on the road for opening days, other stadiums, it's by far the best. So for the guys that never experience it, it's a pretty cool thing. Definitely something you always remember, way after you're done playing.
What makes it the best? What's the difference?
I just think the whole production of it, running down that orange carpet in center field. A lot of teams just announce the guys. They line up down the line. It's nothing really special, but to hear the crowd, get loud when they call your name is something pretty special.
Is that the kind of thing you ever get used to?
Not necessarily. I think it's something you look forward to.
What's the weight? Is there a weight from last season?